The beauty about basketball is there isn't a linear way to success. And success isn't the same for everyone. I think that basketball is such a mirror to life. Just because you don't land in the same spot doesn't mean you haven't succeeded. And success looks drastically different for different people. You don't have to you don't have to go the LeBron James route. You don't have to go the Steph Curry route. You don't have to go the Kevin Durant route. You don't even have to be able to get to that route. Doesn't mean that you haven't succeeded. I'm highlighting Mike James for becoming the all-time leading scorer in EuroLeague basketball history. Now, when you look at Mike James, when some people will look at Mike James, they could possibly see a failure. They can see a player that had a really good college career, yet couldn't really find a landing spot or a sticking spot in the NBA. And to his credit, he kept trying. He did the G League route. He kept trying to get on the NBA team. It just wasn't working out for him. And I'm not saying that he can't go to an NBA team, but he wasn't finding the success that he was looking for on an NBA team. So he went to the Euro Leagues. And obviously there is a difference in talent level with the Euro Leagues and NBA, but that's still a basketball league. You're still getting paid to do what you love to do, which is play basketball. Hell, if I can dedicate myself to working out as much as I'm supposed to play basketball, I would do it. I would have no problem going. I would love to experience that. I'm good enough to play overseas. Maybe not in, the A League, B League, but I'm good enough to play overseas. I know that about myself. I just don't have the time to dedicate my body, dedicate my time, dedicate my being to playing basketball, which you have to do, whether you're in the NBA or overseas. It is a legit lifestyle. And Mike James realized this whole NBA thing isn't really working out as much. And I'm not saying that door is closed, but let me be the best that I can be overseas, and we'll see where that takes me. Well, now Mike James is in the history books, in basketball history books, as the leading scorer in EuroLeague history. Mind you, he plays on the same team as Kemba Walker. Think about that. The same Kemba Walker that led UConn to a national championship, the same Kemba Walker that was giving people buckets as a Charlotte Hornet in multiple teams in the league, he is on the same roster as Kemba Walker. And not only is he the all-time leading scorer for EuroLeague history, in EuroLeague history, both of those moves were viewed differently. And I'm not even going to say that. For a while now, people, the viewpoint of it and the way that it's looked at is starting to change. But people looked at not really succeeding in the NBA and having to go to Euros as a failure. People were saying that Jabari Parker, who plays for Barcelona, I believe, failed. Wesley Johnson, who had to play overseas, failed. Kenneth Fareed, who had to play overseas, failed. But yet, they're making money doing what they love to do. Yes, they may not be making NBA-type money, but they're making money. Hell, G League people, they'll say has failed. Like Isaiah Thomas having to play in the G League. And I think he put up like 32 or 35 points his first game back in the G League. What I'm saying is, don't minimize somebody's success because it doesn't look like the success that you thought it should look like. Don't minimize somebody's road because their road to their success doesn't look like your road to what you think is success. Mike James could have packed it up a long time ago. It was very apparent, whether we talk about the size, whether we talk about, just the defensive fit. It was very apparent very early that Mike James, even though he can score with the best of them, he wasn't going to make a lasting impact in the NBA. And as we sit here today, he is arguably he is the greatest scorer. He is LeBron James, scoring-wise, of EuroLeague basketball history. And I think it's hilarious when you see a lot of people congratulating him, which rightfully so. You should congratulate somebody on that. But a lot of those people I was seeing shunned other people that did the same, like Dwight Howard or like DeMarcus Cousins, John Wall. Players that have accepted going overseas, are playing currently overseas, and possibly could be playing overseas soon. I don't know. Now, yes, obviously Mike James wasn't on their level, but at the end of the day, they're still playing what they love to do. It was hilarious, man. People know, growing up, I was a big Dwight Howard fan when he was with the Orlando Magic. I thought he was by far, and it wasn't no thought, he was by far the best center in the league when he was in it. And Dwight Howard plays for Puerto Rico now. And, people are talking about how Dwight Howard needs to hang it up because, he's not on an NBA team, or he can't make an NBA team now, or he's not good enough to be on an NBA team, even if he wants to be on an NBA team. I don't see a lot of people talking about the fact of, as of this year, Dwight Howard, who was drafted in 2004, has been playing basketball for 20 years. Not saying he's been playing NBA basketball, but he's been playing basketball for 20 years. No one really is congratulating him on that. They're pretty much saying, hey, bro, chalk it up. Or Isaiah Thomas. Not the fact of, obviously he was at a height, but he's not there anymore, but he's still playing in the G League and putting up buckets. Or didn't he drop like 80 or something in a pro league or a pro-am, the Jamal Crawford crossover thing? Jamal Crawford, Jamal Crawford, who has never made a NBA All-Star game. I think his last game of his career, he dropped 50. Don't poo-poo on someone else's view of success. Shouts out Mike James. Put himself in the history books. And he zigged. He pivoted. And with him pivoting, when he did, and being a good basketball player, he now finds himself in the history books. So shouts out to Mike James for becoming the all-time scoring leader in EuroLeague history. Shouts out to you. Oh, man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.